Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 35 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day that helps us to get what we want. You get what you want, I get what I want by focusing on goals for the entire year. This month, our focus is on emotional well-being, emotions. And today our topic is emotional intelligence. What the heck is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is our ability to perceive, use, understand, and manage, as well as handle our own emotions, our own feelings, right? It's how we self-regulate and self-manage. So I want to talk about some signs of emotional intelligence, some characteristics of emotional intelligence, and then how to increase your emotional intelligence. Why? Because we all need to always be continuously improving and becoming a better version of ourselves. And the better we manage our emotions and our feelings, the better we handle ourselves, the better our relationships are, the better and easier our life is, and the easier it is to get what we want in our life. I love these weird filters where you can do all kinds of crazy things, and they look just bizarre. So today, let's start with 5 characteristics of emotional intelligence. I just did some research and got these off the internet, so they're interesting lists. Some things I guess I would think about if I were you, just like I will today. Do I agree with this? What does this mean to me? How could I use it and apply it in my life? And our action item today is going to be just to share one way that you think you could increase your emotional intelligence. So first, let's talk about what are some characteristics of emotional intelligence. Number 1, self-awareness. Are you aware of yourself and your feelings and your reactions to things? Number 2, self-regulation. Are you able to decide and choose how you're going to respond and react to certain stimuli or situations, or do you just, my parents and my family and my sisters used to tell me to pop the cork, because I would, as a little kid, little girl, just explode on stuff, and they would, or I'd get all upset and impassioned about things, and they'd be like, pop the cork, Sharon, or if they called me Sherry, pop the cork, Sherry. And I actually hated that. I mean, it was a good reminder, but it was also a trigger that often made me more upset. It's like telling someone to relax when they're upset about something. Does that ever work? No, but I still do it to my daughter. Not very self-aware or self-regulatory. Number 3, motivation. Number 4, empathy. Number 5, social skills. Those are all things and characteristics of people that have high emotional intelligence. And guess what? We can all develop any one of those we want. What are some signs of emotional intelligence? You get along well with other people. You're interested in other people. You are self-aware of your strengths and weaknesses. You know what you're good at. You know what you're bad at. And you're okay with it. You get to choose and decide how you're going to react to different things. Operating with integrity. The more trustworthy you are, the more self-aware you are, the more other people will respond positively to you. Self-aware of your own feelings, present focused. So many people that are not very emotionally intelligent are either living in the past or planning for the future and not present in their life right now. Self-motivated, and then have well-placed boundaries. It's an area we can always, or I can always improve in, is boundaries. So those are some signs of emotional intelligence. So now, how do we go about increasing our emotional intelligence? I found a 6-step process for doing this, so let's see if this will help me and you to become more emotionally intelligent. Number 1, observe how you react to people. I would add number 1A, observe how you react to different situations, environments, stimuli, triggers, etc. Just pay attention to how you immediately respond and react to things. Number 2, look at your work environment, look at your environment, look at what's going on around you when something triggers you emotionally, or when something causes you to react emotionally or have certain feelings. Number 3, do a self-evaluation. It doesn't hurt to have a little piece of paper or a post-it note and just maybe say, oh, that really tripped my trigger. What's going on here? What environment am I in? What's going on? Who's involved, etc. Number 4, examine how you react to stressful situations. When we're in stressful situations, it shows us and the world exactly who we are, right? When everything's going along smoothly and we're happy and content and everything seems to be hunky-dory, we just flow with what's going on. But it's when we're having changes and challenges and roadblocks and stress that we really often divert to a more base action or choices in terms of how we react to different things. So pay attention when you're stressful. What's going on? What's the environment like? What are the triggers? Who's there, etc. Number 5, take responsibility for your actions. Guess what? We can't do anything about something that we blame on other people or we don't take responsibility for. And the truth is, we are 100% responsible for how we react and respond to everything. And only us, right? Only I can be responsible for what I do, what I say, my actions, my reactions. Nobody else can. I mean, people can influence those. People can give me feedback, but it's still up to me to choose how I'm going to behave all the time and every time. Okay, so we said take responsibility for your actions. And number 6, examine how your actions affect other people, preferably before you act or react to something, right? Just take a second and think about, well, if I do this, what is the impact going to be on the situation? Is it going to move it in the direction I want or in the direction I don't want, right? And I will admit, like everybody else, I am not perfect at any of this, especially when it comes to communication. We'll talk about it more when we talk about the different areas and aspects of our life. But right now we're dealing with feelings and emotions. So how emotionally intelligent do I feel? I think we'll probably talk about that. Maybe, that wasn't my action item for today. Action item was just think of one way that you might want to increase and improve your emotional intelligence. So maybe if you just do one of those steps. I'm going to observe how I react to different situations, people, places, and things, and start really paying attention to that instead of just going with the flow, because most of my life, like most humans, I've just reacted and responded how I personally felt was appropriate at the time, but doesn't mean that it was, and chances are it wasn't. So if I start going back through my memory banks, I'm sure I'm going to think of situations. You know, have you ever done that where you had a little experience and it didn't go the way you wanted, and you play it over and over and over and over again in your mind how you wish it would have gone? That's actually a strategy I learned from Tony Robbins. You can actually take a negative event usually and turn it into a neutral or nothing event by playing it and changing it over in your mind. We'll talk about that someday if you want. All right, that's all I've got today. What's one way that you can increase your emotional intelligence? Share in the comments below. I'll do the same, and I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Have an awesome day.